So what are the prerequisites we should have? So we must have some basic knowledge of mathematics, concepts and also the data structure. So after completion of Unit 2, so he can apply the brute force and divide conquer techniques to solve the searching and sorting problems. Next we have the minimum spanning tree. So under that we are going to study about the Prim's algorithm and Kruskal algorithm for the minimum spanning tree. Hello everyone, welcome to the Day 0 session of the subject Design and Analysis of Algorithm. So this is one of the subjects in your 5th SEM BCA. Myself, Chandana C, Faculty of Computer Science Department, Vidyashram, First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So in this session, we are going to study what are the units we are going to study and the prerequisites and the internals, how many marks you are going to get and the question paper pattern and also the what are the textbooks you need to refer for this subjects. Okay, so this is the agenda of today's session. So that is prerequisites, what you should know before studying the subject and how many units and what are the outcome of this course and the internals. Okay, how many internals you have and how much marks it is going to hold. Then how the question paper pattern is framed for your theory examination. Okay, so let us look into one by one now. So what are the prerequisites we should have? So we must have some basic knowledge of mathematics, concepts and also the data structure. Okay, we should know. If we know that much, it's more than enough to learn this subject. It's very easy. Okay, design and analysis of algorithm. So next we have learning outcomes of the subject. So what are the learning outcomes of the student after studying each unit? Okay, so let us look into one by one now. So what is a learning outcome of student after learning the first unit? So he can understand and fundamental concepts of algorithm and analyze. He can analyze their time complexity and also the space complexity using asymptotic notations. So here we have three different types of asymptotic notations, that is omega, theta and big O. Okay, using those the students can write the he can analyze the time and space complexity of all the algorithms. Okay, next. So after completion of Unit 2, so he can apply the brute force and divide conquer techniques to solve the searching and sorting problems. Okay, so in the Unit 2, the student is going to study about the searching and sorting problem using the divide and conquer method and also the brute force. So yes, the student he is able to apply these techniques and he can solve these many problems. Next, after completion of Unit 3, the student can design the solutions for optimization problems. So using the greedy method and also he can understand the minimum spanning tree algorithms, that is Prim's and Kruskal's. Okay, so he can understand this and he can also design the solutions for those. Next, after completion of Unit 4, know the concepts of backtracking and dynamic programming and he can apply them to solve the computational problems. Okay, so these are the 4 different outcomes after learning all these 4 units. So next we will look into each unit one by one. So what does the Unit 1 contains? So it contains a chapter called Introduction. So in the introduction, we are going to study about what is algorithm and the pseudocode for expressing the algorithms. So under that, we also going to study the performance analysis. So performance means time complexity and space complexity, of the algorithm. How we are going to calculate that thing we are going to study under the performance analysis. So whether it is worst case, best case or average case efficiency. Okay, next, asymptotic notations. As I said, it contains 3 different notations, that is big O, then omega and theta notations. So based on this notations, the student can tell, he can tell whether it has taken average, best or worst case. Okay, next, mathematical analysis of non-recursive algorithm and also the recursive algorithm. So these are the very important topics the student is going to study under Unit 1. So what does the Unit 2 contains? It contains the brute force and the exhaustive search. Okay, so Under that, the student is going to study the introduction. What is brute force? So what is exhaustive search? So under that, we have three different types. That is two sorting techniques, that is selection sort and bubble sort, and one is sequential search. Okay. The student is going to study about the sorting techniques and also the searching techniques. So under the brute force approach. Next, we have exhaustive search. So under this, the student is going to study about the traveling salesman. That is minimum. Okay, minimum distance. He is going to find how the salesman is visiting all the cities. Okay, in the minimum spanning tree. Okay, next, knapsack problem. Next, at last we have divide and conquer under the unit 2. So in this, we are going to study about the general methods and where we are going to apply this divide and conquer in the binary search, quick sort and the merge sort. Okay, so these are the very important topics we are going to study under brute force and exhaustive search in unit 2. So what does the unit 3 contains? So unit 3, we are going to study about the greedy method. So under that, we should know introduction, right? So what is this greedy method? What are the advantages of greedy method, right? So that thing we are going to study, introduction, then definition, then characteristics of greedy strategy, then general structure of greedy algorithms. The next thing we are going to study, that is job sequencing with deadlines. Next, we have the minimum spanning tree. So under that, we are going to study about the Prim's algorithm and Kruskal algorithm for the minimum spanning tree. Okay. So this is very, very important. They have repeatedly asked in your final examination. At last, we have the unit 4. So in the unit 4, we are going to study about the transform and conquer. So in this, they have added the EAP and EAP sort. Okay. Then backtracking. And that introduction, then n queens problem. Here they have taken 4 queens. Okay. Next, introduction to dynamic programming and need of dynamic programming. Why we need this dynamic programming? Then we need to understand in this. Then introduction to dynamic programming approaches. Okay. So these are the very important topics we are going to study under the transform and conquer. So this is about your all the unit 4. Next, we will move on to the internal part. So as I said, you have 2 internals, IA1 and IA2. Okay, so internal assessment 1 is for 10 marks, internal assessment 2 is for 10 marks. So total IA1 and IA2 you are going to get for 20 marks. So you need to attend both the internals to score out of 4. That is for 20 marks. Next, we have the question paper pattern is framed for 80 marks. Your final examination, theory examination is question paper is framed for 80 marks. How it is divided? Part A and Part B. So Part A holds 20 marks and Part B holds 60 marks. Okay. So let us look into it. The question paper pattern. So as I said, Part A, Part B. Okay. So Part A, you need to answer 10 questions out of 12 questions. Okay. So they are telling, as you have a 4 units, right? Just now we looked into it. 3 questions from each unit they have taken. Okay, they have drawn. See, they have drawn 3 questions from each unit. Then each question is going to carry for 2 marks. See, 4 into 3, 12 questions you are going to get. You need to answer it for 10 questions. You need to answer only for 10 questions. Each carries 2 marks. That is 10 into 2 equals 20 marks from Part A. So what about Part B? You need to answer all the questions. Okay, from question number 13. Okay, it starts from question number 13. So you need to answer all the questions and each question carries 15 marks. See, like this, A, B. So if A is for 7 marks, B will be for 8 marks. Or A, B, C. It may contain 2 or 3. So each question with internal choice and with maximum of 3 sub-questions. Okay, maximum of 3 sub-questions. So if A, B, C is there, means they are going to divide it 5, 5, 5 like that. Okay, you need to answer these AB or these ABC. Okay, like this. So, but each question carries total 15 marks. Okay, this is how your question paper is framed for your final examination. Next, we will move on to a practical part. So here for the design and analysis of algorithm. So this is how they are going to evaluate for your final lab exam. You need to write only one program. As in the design and analysis of algorithm lab, you have 10 lab programs. How many? 10 lab programs. In that, you need to write only one problem. So for that, you need to write the algorithm and the a priori analysis. Okay. Then writing the given program. After writing the algorithm and the analysis means you need to tell. So what is the time complexity will be, how much space complexity will be, how much for the input, how many elements you have entered. So that a priori analysis you should write. After writing that, you need to write the program in a C++. Okay. For that 15 marks. Okay, writing the algorithm and a priori analysis 10 marks, and the same algorithm you need to write it in a C++ program. For that 15 marks. Okay. Next, execution. So whatever the program you have written in C++, that program you need to execute. For that 5 marks. Okay. Next, result analysis is using a posteriori analysis by plotting the graph. So you need to plot the graph in your system itself. For that, tabulate the results for different set of inputs. Okay. For different sets of input, you need to tabulate this. Okay. So what if you giving a 5 number of elements in an array, then what is the time complexity and space complexity? If you are giving a 50 elements in an array, so what is the time and space complexity? So like this, you need to tabulate the result for each different sets of input. So for that, 5 marks. Then YY is for 5 marks. So total, you are going to get it for 40 marks. Your lab external exam will be for 40 marks. Okay. So this is about your internals, externals, and also the lab external exam. So next we will discuss with the reference textbooks. Okay, reference books. So introduction to the design and analysis of algorithm. So this is the textbook. Okay. The author is Anani Levitin. This is the second edition, 2009. So publication is a Pearson. So this is a one textbook. You can refer to this subject. Then next we have Ellis Horowitz and Satra Sahni and Ajay Shekharan, Fundamentals of Computer Algorithm. This is a textbooks written by these 3 authors. So this is the second edition. So who is a publication? University Press 2008. Next we have another textbook, that is Introduction to Algorithm, written by Thomas H. Corman, Carls E. Larson and Ronald L. Revest, Clifford Stein, 3rd edition, PHI. Okay. At last we have Design and Analysis of Algorithms, written by S. Sridhar, Oxford. So this is for higher education. Okay. So these are the some of the reference book you can refer to your subject, this subject, Design and Analysis of Algorithm. So by this I am ending this day 0 session. Thank you.